Hello and welcome back to this Road to Glory save. This Road to Glory that is now turning into a bit of a non-league to legend style save due to just circumstance. As explained in yesterday's video, bit of an issue with the database. Hinkley Leicester had been relegated once again. Didn't want to do another season in the Southern Premier Central. I explained this yesterday. So today we have a new team. We have a new intro. I'm going to see it right now. I'll see you on the other side and you'll know who the team is. So we have found a job. We are going to Stockport County, who are in the Vanarama National League. We have a massive wage budget. We're just going to show you now. Formed in 1883, fierce rivals of Man City. Be a while till we play them. 10,500 Edgeley Park, and we at the Carrington Training Centre. I thought Carrington was Manchester United. We have a wage budget of £34,800. Let's have a quick look at that. They want us to make the playoffs minimum, so we will come back to that in a second. Let's just go through this before we get into it. So we've got £34,000 wage budget. We're currently spending £24,800, so we've got £10,000 worth of wage budget left to get some players in. So that is ideal. Let's see what we're paying roughly. Biggest wage is 2,200. Most players are below 1,000. So we're gonna have a quick look at this team before we get into it. Charlie McCann, best player, central midfielder, can also play defensive midfielder. 13 first touch, 14 passing, 13 technique. Some decent numbers there. So used to looking at much lower numbers than that. All the way down. If we got any good youngsters in the development centre, Jimmy Doo, 2-star, 3.5-star player, striker there. We'll have a look at the under 18s because apparently that is a strong squad. Roberto Moran, 1.5-star, potentially 5-star, 17-year-old midfielder or attacking midfielder. Nichols as well, 1-star, 4.5-star potential. There's some good players here, and I'm excited to get into this. So we're going to get straight into the first two games of the episode, but first we're going to show you what we have done. We've gone right through to October because the season starts in the 2nd of October, so we've gone right through. The signs we've brought in Alfie Roberts, who's a goalkeeper, decent numbers, 6'2", near 15 stone goalkeeper, bit of a beast. Lewis Webb will be first choice though. If we just compare the two of them, they're pretty neck and neck. Alfie Roberts' distribution is better, Lewis Webb's shot stopping is better, Lewis Webb is better aerially. Eccentricity is better for Alfie Roberts. The rest are the same. There's just a point or two in them either way. Gone a bit too far there. Jack Wells Morrison is a central midfielder, can also play a defensive midfield. Again, some decent numbers, decent physicals. It's weird looking at some of these numbers because some of these numbers look a hell of a lot better than they have done over the previous years, obviously, especially when we were in sort of the non-playable leagues. Jamie Carpenter is one for the future, 1.5-star current ability, 5-star potential. Physicals, his stamina, his balance, his natural fitness is pretty good. Some good positioning, teamwork, work rate, decision making, concentration. Could do with being a bit better technically. His tackling is pretty good and his technique's okay. But again, he's 19, he's got that potential. He has gone out on loan, I believe. Yes, he's gone to Buxton on loan, as has Ashton Cummins. Florence Hottie is, and I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it, he's a Kosovan, played for the national team as well. There is some good numbers there, some good yellows. He's a central midfielder, he will be first choice, 26 years of age, 12 stamina, 12 pace, 11 natural fitness, 12 acceleration. Pretty steady on the numbers there. Same for the mentals as well, pretty steady. It's only really his flair and his leadership that let him down there. And then to his technical as well, crossing of 9, marking of 9, tackling of 9. They're the ones that sort of let him down, but I think he's a good solid player and he should be a very good central midfielder for us. We'll play in that box-to-box midfield role. Next is Charlie Weston. He's another central midfielder. Again, a lot of yellows about, good physicals. Probably could be better with his pace and strength, but it is what it is. Good vision, good teamwork, positioning and work rate are okay. Maybe a point or two, hopefully we can get on that. He's 23, so hopefully we can get a little bit of improvement. 14 first touch. His passing is 10 again. Maybe a point or two higher on that. But again, he's a backup central midfielder, solid player. Brandon Cover is the next one. He can play kind of everywhere. Right back, defensive midfield, more renowned as a central midfielder or attacking midfielder, can also play on the left-hand side. He will probably be a central midfielder for us. But some good physicals. His stamina's good. All yellows apart from that on his physicals. Good numbers in terms of his mentals as well. Aggression's good. His determination's good. Work rate's good. Vision maybe could do with a point or two more. And again, technicals where it matters. Dribbling of 10, first touch of 13, passing of 11, tackling of 11, technique of 13. It's just his long shots that really let him down. Finishing of 9 as well in that box-to-box role. So numbers for that box-to-box role are not too bad there. It's weird because when you are obviously in the leagues below, these numbers look awesome compared to what we've been dealing with. They might not be that great. Ewan Henderson is next player in. He is a left winger or a striker. 11 dribbling, 11 finishing, 5 crossing. So he more on that inside forward sort of role rather than a winger, especially with his finishing that way. Mentals decent, pretty steady. Nothing that really stands out as high. Nothing that really stands out as low. Positioning and leadership at both 7. Maybe they're a bit on the low side. And then the physicals, good physicals, just jumping reach really that lets him down. Stamina's okay. Can cut inside from the left wing, which is great because our left winger is an inside forward. So he's a backup left winger. And lastly, Devontae Cole, because we needed someone who can play up front. 13 finishing, 13 first touch. If we just look at him as an advanced forward, dribbling of 9, finishing of 13, first touch of 13, passing of 10, technique of 13, work rate of 10, off the ball of 12, decision making is 8, composure 13, anticipation is 11, and his physicals are steady. Nothing that, like I said, but with the last one, nothing that really stands out, nothing that really lets him down. He's an experienced striker, can place his shots, can move into the channels, might be exactly what we need as a backup. And it means that the squad for today is going to be like this. It's going to be Webb in goal, it's going to be Penrice, Barkley, Okocha and Reed across the back. It's going to be Abbott sat in front of them, Hottie and McCann as the 2 midfielders, Kavanagh on the left, Hasty on the right and Bather up front. And we play Crawley. Now before we get into it, we're just going to show you the season preview. We are predicted to finish second now, 3-1. Doncaster are favourites, 2-1 on. As I said, we play Crawley, who are 6 favourites, 9-1. So it's going to be a real test of how good we actually are. I mean, if we go through these, Doncaster, guys from Wrexham, Hackett and Hayden. Eastwood is a Torquay goalkeeper and Patterson is from Harrogate. We've got no one in the Dream 11. That doesn't really matter. We're going to get into the opening game now and hopefully we can pick up a win and really start our career at Stockport off on the right foot. We're 20 minutes into this game now. It's the first highlight of the game. Is that ball goes long. Abraham with the header. Reed can pick it up on the right hand side into McCann. Looks on for Bather. Can he get there first? He can't. And it's mopped up by the Crawley defence. Baldwin now in the centre back position into Reed. Has to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. He will go long. Hopefully we can mop this up. And we do. Okocha with the header. Probably had time to try and bring it down there. Didn't. Barkley now can come out to the near side of Penrice. Into Kavanagh. Infield to Hottie. Penrice again. Nice little passing movement. We've had a long time to work with these players. So hopefully they can get straight into it. Ball over top for McCann. Touchdown for Bather. He's gone a little bit tight. Balls it back to Kavanagh. Chance to shoot into McCann. He hits the shot, blocked. Penrice and fires it over. And that's probably not where you want the left back in that position. But look at these average positions. We've pushed them back. They're very compact. The 2 lines of 4. McCann is through now. And that is cleared away. And Okocha can bring it over halfway once again. He goes into Hasty. Pulls it into field to McCann. Lovely little 1-2 back to Hasty. Cut out. But, oh, Bather got there. Dispossessed the centre-back. But it's a good save from the goalkeeper. And it's going to be a corner kick, and Penrice puts it in, it's headed away. Kavanagh can pick it back up. Can he get the ball across? Gets to the byline, cross, and it goes out for another corner kick. And we've started really well here. Definitely the more dominant team as Penrice will take another corner. Ball in, headed in, and Bather at the far post sweeps home. And it's going to count. I wasn't sure if there was a hint of offside, but Bather scores 27 minutes into the opening game of our tenure here at Stockport, and we're 1-0 up. Penrice with the ball in. It was a flick on from Barkley. And Bather got away from his man to just tuck into an empty net, pretty much on the goal line. 27 minutes, it's 1-0. Like I say, we have been on top. Well, look at where our back line is, pushing up towards the halfway line. We have really penned them in there. Only one player's average position on their side in our half. That is the striker. Ball looks over the top. Can Hasty keep it in? He can keep it in. Pulls it back to McCann. Under a bit of pressure. Goes all the way back to Reed. Reed now square to Abbott. One more to Hottie. To Kavanagh, who's behind his defender. Goes down and it's going to be a penalty kick. And who is our penalty taker? It is Charlie McCann. Make sure I don't click on the goalkeeper by mistake. Charlie McCann with a chance to make it 2-0 with 4 minutes to play till half time. Steps up, scores. Keeper goes the right way, but that is a brilliant penalty. Charlie McCann makes it 2-0, and this is a dream start to our job here at Stockport County. We have been absolutely dominant here against a team that are predicted to finish 6th. So they're no mugs at all. We have done a fantastic job here. So I'm not sure what happened. We run out 3-0 victory there. McCann getting the second goal with 14 minutes to play. Got in behind the defence and just tapped in as the goalkeeper was slow to make his way out. We finished that game. We are now top of the table. 3 goal difference, 3 points above Stevenage and Torquay, who got won by 2 goals in their games. Great start to the season, and we'll get into game 2 and hopefully no messes up with the recording in this one. It is time for the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. Let's view the draw. It's going to be a big draw. Yeah, it's going to be a big draw. We're just going to draw all teams and see who we end up with. We are at home. We take on Grantham, who are in the Northern Premier League Premier Division. A couple of premiers there. Fine, let's get into them. Hopefully we can make the first round proper, and hopefully we can have a good cup run. I think we've got a very good side, so I think we could potentially make the second round. I mean, ideally we make the third round, we get a big team and we make some money. Finances are, £428,000 in the red. So it'd be nice to make a little bit of money from that and, get us back into the black. So second match of the episode, 2 enforced changes. Weston comes in for Florent Hottie, and Devante Cole comes in for Dwayne Bather. Both are on international duty. They're the only changes. Not sure. Yeah, I think we'll swap them over. Weston could go to the centre midfielder on attack. McCann can be the box-to-box midfielder on support. Devante Cole as the advanced forward up front. Let's get into it. We're away at Wrexham. Wrexham, I believe, were expected to finish high up this season. They drew the opening game. Where we go? In season preview. So Wrexham are 4th. Crawley are now 5th, apparently. We've dropped down to 3rd, oddly enough. So we win 3-0. We go top of the league and we drop down to 3rd. That makes perfect sense. So let's get into today's game. Like I say, just the 2 changes. Let's do it. Let's get into Wrexham and let's hopefully get back-to-back wins to start the season. Throw in by Penrice. That'll be headed away. Kavanagh, though, can pick it up. Goes back to Penrice. On the byline. Can he get the cross? And he does. It's a poor cross. And Wrexham can get it away. But it will be picked up by Barkley. There's a massive gap between their midfield and striker. Barkley now holds onto the ball for a little too long. Back to Akacha. Into Abbott. Weston now. Out to Hasty on the right-hand side. Into Devante Cole. And Devante Cole scores with his first chance of the game. That is a lovely finish. That is the 13 finishing coming through there. Lovely play from left to right. Akacha to Abbott. Into Weston. He gave it into Hasty. Good first touch. And he just put it between the 2 centre-backs. And Cole with a brilliant finish. Keeper didn't move. 9.5 minutes on the clock. Wrexham 0. Stockport 1. And we have a kick-off highlight as Webb goes for Riley Snow. Hopefully we don't let them straight back into the game. That would be less than ideal as McGovern looks up, but Akacha gets up there and wins the header. Kavanagh now runs over halfway. Devante Cole's ahead of him. He's held up, goes back to McCann. Lovely little 1-2, gives it to Penrice. Ball into the channel. McCann's there, squares it across. Devante Cole, 2 goals in 3 minutes, and we are 2-0 up. And that is fantastic work. McCann in that inside left channel, absolutely fantastic from him. Kavanagh into McCann, back to Kavanagh. He gave back to Penrice. The ball down the line. What a run from McCann. First time square ball, and Devante Cole on the volley smashes in from inside the 6-yard box. 2-0. Reed with the throw in the right back position to Abbott, who nods it back to him. Akacha now. Weston looks long. Can Cole dispossess Beadley? Doors. And now he's going to hold up into Hasty. Gets a shot away. He's hit the woodwork and Hayden can clear it out for a throw in here on the near side. Penrice launches it in. Hackett heads it away. Penrice yet again. Tries to get the cross in. It's blocked. Falls back to McCann. Into Abbott now. He gives it to Penrice. Square to Weston. Tackled by Beadle. He fires it forward, but Barkley is going to be able to just mop that up. Under a little bit of pressure now. But he can go back to Webb. And it's out to Abbott. And we've got plenty of time and space. They're not pressing us high up the pitch. Gives our defenders a chance to knock it around nicely. Devante Cole wins header. Into Hasty. Back to Reed. And he gives it back to Hasty. Looking to come in field, can't do anything with it, goes back to Akacha, and this is nice, I don't mind this, 2-0 up, just trying to really keep them subdued, keeping possession of the football. Kavanagh, that's poor there, gives away, but McCann does brilliantly. Weston now, through to Cole for the hat-trick. Devante Cole earns his place, starting in the next game, regardless of whether Bather is back or not. He has scored a hat-trick inside 50 minutes. Kavanagh lost the ball with a poor ball to McGowan. McCann though nipped in to win it back, into Weston, first time ball for Cole, he took a touch, and the goalkeeper in a poor position, beaten at the near post. 3-0, 40 minutes to play, and that is game, set and match surely. Kocha now will pick that up back to Barkley. Anytime they go long, Kocha and Barkley are dealing with it so well. They do look like Football League players. Abbott now, into Cole. He looks for the ball down the left. It's cut out, and Beadle goes back to the goalkeeper now. He'll smash it forward. And can Kocha deal with it? Oh, they can't. Marriott gets it, but Barkley dispossesses him. Brilliant work from the defence. McCann now, who's dropped very deep in almost a centre-back position. Cavan looks over the top. Cole, he's through, in behind, round the goalkeeper. 4-0, 4 for him. And that is... what a signing. I mean, even if he doesn't do nothing else after this, 4 goals against Wrexham, a team that are expected to finish up there in the playoff position. Great first touch, took it wide of the goalkeeper, didn't exactly go round him as I initially said. 4-0, Stockport are looking like a force to be reckoned with this season. There's seconds left, that free kick straight into the hands of Webb, and we're going to run out 4-0 victors here. We've played the teams that are expected to finish in the playoffs, and we have beaten them both comfortably, not conceding a goal. 10 average rating from Devante Cole, absolutely sensational. 4 goals for him, really earned his place in the team for the next game. And if you've enjoyed the first episode here at Stockport, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time, where hopefully we can keep this run going and we can earn promotion as quick as possible to the Football League.